Alright, so it is actually Christmas morning as I'm recording this, and I was supposed to record a video for today yesterday, so I actually don't have much time to, record. So I said, screw it, let's just do, a few matches of Halo, like 1 or 2 matches, get, play for 10-15 minutes, call it a day. So this could be kind of like a nothing video, because I like getting my daily videos up, I like doing my dailies. So, let's get, a nice little few games in. Don't expect, anything special this video. This is what we call filler content, but you'll forgive me because it's Christmas. But if you hear, any noise, through my mic, I have family over, and they're kind of, all upstairs above me, so... if any of that picks up, that's why. But... thou shall record on this lovely day. So let's do it. And see what's up. Then I'm gonna go dig into some cheese and crackers and probably open some presents. Get some pants. That's the plan. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely holiday. If you're watching this holiday, not even today, if you're watching on President's Day, I don't care. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. I just finished up my my Christmas stream on Twitch. I played through all of Indigo Prophecy, or Fahrenheit. Did the HD edition, which was a pretty decent HD remaster. The game looked really nice. Kind of upscaled. But, man, it's aged. But it's fun. That game's a trip. I've never played it. It's a David Cage game, so, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human, that guy. It was on PS2 originally, and Xbox original. It's a really cool thing, but it kind of goes off the rails. Because it starts as, a complete... I'm not going to go into spoilers, but it starts as, a completely, natural kind of, murder mystery sort of thing, and then it kind of goes into crazy town, without saying too much. And he usually loses people in the final third. And I thought... It's hilarious to me. I kind of wish it stayed kind of, down, your traditional path. But I guess, if you want, the more traditional path, you should just play Heavy Rain, which is also kind of, a murder mystery sort of thing. But Indigo Prophecy has, the really cool element that you're playing the murderer and the cops at the same time. So you'll play as Mr. Lucas Kane after a horrific murder that he has no recollection of doing, and him just kind of going around the place trying to cover things up or trying to figure out what happened to him, why did this happen. And then you also play the cops investigating him. So you're simultaneously kind of covering up your tracks and trying to evade the cops as you're also playing the cops, trying to discover what he's hiding. And I don't know, it's crazy. It's fun though. For 2004, 2005 game, it's pretty well done in terms just basic stuff such as facial animations and stuff. That's actually one of the most impressive things about the game. Is just how good the animations are on the faces. They did some really good motion capture with it. Easy stick, by the way. That's actually one of the things that stuck out to me the most about it, was just how advanced the mocap in that game was. The mocap could have probably passed for a game that came out in 2012 or so. But the game came out in 05 or 04, somewhere around there. And to me that's just kind of crazy with how well done some of these aspects were. And those little things I love seeing in games. Games are distinctly ahead of their time in certain respects. And that game was distinctly ahead of its time in certain respects. Even though the game itself did not play anything special really. It was overly reliant on QuickTime events, which is saying something considering it's a David Cage game, so you should expect it. But Cage really went ham on the whole QuickTime event thing in this game. To the point where it was actually obnoxious at points. You'd be doing 5-10 minute long sequences of just QTEs, and a lot of them didn't even matter. You could miss most of the inputs, and the game would still be yeah, you did it. As long as you hit the final button, it was mainly yeah, you got close enough, which I found to be kind of weird. But also good because it's very easy to kind of lose track, because he wanted you to do QTEs with analog sticks, and you have two things up at the same time. So you'd have the left stick and the right stick, and you have to use both analog sticks for QTEs, and you didn't have much time to actually hit them, and it was weird. It was not the best implementation of them, I will say. and then another one which was just mashing the 2 trigger buttons, and your hands would get tired because he'd have you do this for like 2 minutes at like a hectic pace, and he'd be like, David Cage, why are you doing this? Like, my controller has like a limited amount of button presses that it's rated for. This thing's gonna break. Why you do this? The last he made you do it. And you were going to do it because, you know, you had to see how the game was gonna end up. Like, where was the story gonna go? You know? But yeah, I finished it up. It took me like 6 hours. Like, start to finish, about 6 hours. Short game, but it was a fun little stream. Like, really, really fun. I like doing narrative-focused games a lot on my streams. So I just finished up Plague Tale and Hellblade as well, which are both very narrative-focused games, where the gameplay kind of comes second to the narrative. Not that the gameplay involved is, like, bad at all. Like, Hellblade's gameplay itself, like, the fighting in it, really well done. There wasn't much of it, but really well done. And Plague Tale, even though the stealth was nothing special, it was still, like, pretty well done stealth segments. And I can't complain about it, you know? Like, there was really nothing insane about the stealth in it. But the stealth was just a way to kind of tie the game together. And while, like, both these games were definitely games, and not just, like, you know, movies, kind of like a David Cage game is, which, not a problem with that. Like, David Cage games are some of my favorites. They were gamey enough to, like, really qualify themselves as, like, worthy games, like, with good gameplay, while still trying to focus way more on the narrative and being like, you know what, our game's not super hard. Our gameplay's not super plentiful either. But we're just kind of making a game. And the gameplay elements are really just a way to kind of tie the story together. And the story's not a way to kind of tie the gameplay together, which I can respect. Did any of that rant make sense? I don't even know. But yeah, like, I just really like my narrative stuff a lot, so I tend to kind of, like, hop onto most narrative stuff I can get my hands on. Although I'm still a few Telltale games behind. Like, I haven't done Walking Dead Season 3, or the final season of Walking Dead. I haven't finished up Batman Enemy Within yet. I haven't done, like, the Game of Thrones one, but I don't really have interest in Game of Thrones. I tried watching the show, I couldn't get into it. I did, like, a season and a half, and I went, eh. So I never picked up... Well, I did pick up the Telltale, but I never bothered playing it. I haven't done Guardians of the Galaxy, but I haven't even watched the films for Guardians of the Galaxy. I really gotta get caught up on the Marvel stuff. I watched up to the first Avengers for the Marvel stuff, and then I watched, what did I watch? I watched the Spider-Man, the first Homecoming, I think? The first Spider-Man one of, like, the MCU, which I didn't really like. But that's all I've seen from the Marvel Universe. I kind of, like, lost interest because someone spoiled Endgame for me. Multiple people did, when it first came out. Because it's what people on the internet do, and once that happened, I had no interest in continuing the Marvel movies for a while. So I've just kind of stayed incomplete after the first Avengers. But I just kind of, like, hate spoilers in general. I'm, like, one of those people, like, where I hate when people say, well, it's been out long enough, like, you could have watched it by now. Like, do you know how much media is kind of, like, out there? There's a lot. Like, I still have to get caught up with movies from, like, 2011, 2012. Like, I actively try and get caught up, but, like, I take interest in a lot of stuff. So actually seeing all these films is, like, a nearly impossible task for me. Same thing with, like, playing all these different games, or reading all these different books, listening to all these different albums. There really shouldn't be, like, a time limit on spoilers, per se. But sometimes people get, like, really shitty over it. It's like, well, why can I talk about this? This has been out for, like, 3 years. You've had plenty of time to see it. It's like, I have not at all had plenty of time. People get to stuff at different paces, you know? It's like, to me, like, there's really, like, no statute of limitations on the stuff. So maybe that makes me weird for that? I don't know. But I'll forever and always hate the, well, you see, Star Wars has been out for, like, 35 years, 40 years. You should know this thing that happened. It's like, I haven't seen Star Wars in, like, 30 years. And I've only watched New Hope twice. And I still have yet to see any of the modern trilogy. I've seen none of it. Like, no, I don't know everything. I've never watched Star Trek, but if I ever wanted to watch Star Trek, I really wouldn't want to know what happens, like, in Wrath of Khan. Even though it's been out for, like, 40 years. You know? Like, screw your 30 years it's been out logic. I don't care. Let's do one more match. Uno mas. Do a quick 2-match thing. It'll kind of segue off the whole spoiler thing. That was like a really nice flowing conversation, it felt like. I don't know. That's just how I am with the stuff, though. I'm just a dude that hates their spoilers. Like, a lot. And same thing with, like, backseating and stuff. And for those, and there's like a lot of people that like aren't super familiar like with what backseating is and stuff. But I think it's mainly like streamers that really have to deal with it. Like I think like Let's Players and stuff kind of get it too on YouTube in comments and whatnot. But usually they kind of record enough videos in advance that it's not a big deal. But when people kind of tell you what to do and how to play a game, like if I'm playing like a story game or like just any game, like even like a stealth game or something on Twitch, people be like, do this, do that, go up here. Get that thing. Don't forget to leave here without that. Oh, and be sure you talk to this person or else you're gonna get like a bad ending. I hate when people tell me stuff like that. Because I like kind of going through games like in my own personal way. And experiencing things in my own personal way. And I feel like it's also a lot more entertaining for viewers too. If I do things my own little way. And have it like not be completely influenced by like what others say. So I really hate it. A lot. Or people are like, just do this. Like, why though? I gave up my ammo. Whoops. I'm shocked I'm not dead. Holy crap. Get him. I did not get him. I'm dead. Okay. Yeah, no, I just hate getting backseated, like, in anything. Like, let me experience my games, let me do my things my way. Even if it leads me to, like, a bad ending or, like, something unfortunate. I like my playthroughs kind of, like, staying as my playthroughs. And if I'm, like, blind to stuff, like, let me be blind to stuff. Even if it could be, like, frustrating to watch. Because I think, like, part of the fun of, like, watching other people kind of play games is, like, watching them kind of do it in their own way and see, like, what mistakes they make. You know? I also think it's cool, too, like, from, like, a developer standpoint, right? Like, if I uploaded a playthrough, having it be not dictated by viewers, but, like, the own individual person that's never played before. Because I think, like, game developers can get a lot out of that. Like, how do people approach games? Like, how do they interpret certain situations? And, like, if, like, developers see people making the same mistakes over and over again, like, it helps them with future games, too. So I like having my playthroughs, like, unhindered for that, too. Because, like, I know a few game developers that actually watch my stuff here and there. On Twitch. So I think, like, seeing, like, failure points for, like, players is, like, a very interesting tool for games to be better. Like, if a developer watches their own game be played, and they see people fail nonstop in certain sections, and or have a misunderstanding of certain sections, it means they have to communicate certain things better. And I think that's just such useful information from a game development standpoint. I'm just gonna crouch here and be a camper for a second. Okay. He's gonna kill me if I don't. Okay. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm not dead. Sorry. But, yeah, I don't know. Backseating, I hate it. Spoilers, I hate it. Like, the most I'll ever do, like, in a Twitch chat is I'll be like, hey, dude, you, like, want to hint on something? Like, you might... I won't even say, like, you might miss something. I'll be like, hey, if you need a hint, I've played this. Like, if I feel like they might want it, but, like, I almost never push it. But I know if someone's stuck, I'll be like, hey, if you want a hint, I got one for you. And I'll never, like, outright tell them what to do. And even then, I kind of feel guilty about doing that. It's like, I only ever bring that up like, if I know, like, someone's, like, truly, truly stuck. And they need, like, a cryptic hint. And I always say it, like, only once and I'm done.
Gain the lead.
Alright. But I just think a lot of people don't even realize, like, how I don't want to say annoying, but like, you know, like why it's like a big deal until they kind of like stream themselves. It's like I have to like talk to people that kind of like start streaming. They're like, holy shit, that stuff actually is annoying. And I'm like, yeah, no, it is. Trust me, I know. 100%. You do it all the time. Which is a thing that has happened multiple times with me and my buddies. But it's not a huge deal. I mean, it's video games. It's not the biggest deal. But it's still a deal. Oh, hello. Please don't kill me. You kill me. Okay. Sweet. Let me walk through. There we go. Where'd he go? Are they down here? They must have went up then. Oh, crap. Okay, we're good. Come on up, sir. Thank you. You got me. I deserve that. I'm really out of practice. I was playing a lot of Halo, but I actually haven't played it like in a week and a half, 2 weeks. People are getting better without me. That's a big problem about playing so many different games, like, non-stop. You never, like, get enough time to, like, ever get, like, really good at any. Like, I'm okay at Dead by Daylight, but that's because I've put, like, 4,700 hours in it now. Yeah, 4,700. Like, every other game, I put, like, 15, 20 hours in it, maybe? Maybe 100, like, on a fucking special game. So, like, I never get, like, really, really good. So I always kind of get left behind online, like, really quick. I'll put my time into it for, like, you know, a week. And then every time I go back into it for, like, my once-a-month visit, I'm just so trash. Oof. But it is what it is. I could probably still do SWAT okay. The good thing about Halo for me is I've played so much Halo in my life that I can usually pick up on what I'm doing pretty quick again and work off the rust, which is nice. Crap. Damn it. That grenade changed everything. Ugh. I'm letting my team down. We can still win this, though. We're not that far behind. Oof. 49-49. Next kill decides it.
Game over.
Did we win? Oh, God. Yes, we won. Okay. Good. I'm only gonna do 2 matches today. I gotta get ready for my Christmas festivities day. Family's here, so we'll call it there. But hey, I got my video done, which is good. And actually, I felt like there were some good topics there to kind of cover and talk about on my own. Whether or not the topics flowed well or made sense, I have no idea. But I did the things. So if it's Christmas and you're watching this, or a holiday, have a happy holiday. I don't even care if it's like Labor Day. Have a good one. Y'all have a lovely day, and toodles.